Just a few seconds. It says we're live. All right. That looks good. All right. Slide this over. Pop this open. Close that. Hey, notifications. Pop over yonder. Get. Close. Grab this. Do that. Close this. Reopen it. Got ads. YouTube's got some aggressive ads. Run up and take up the whole screen. Sheesh. All right, there we go. Excuse me. Well, we'll see if anyone comes in. Never really know how streams go on Saturdays. They're always kind of hit and miss around here. Sometimes they go well, sometimes they don't. Hopefully some people come by. Been a fun day at the NFL Combine. Of course, Xavier Worthy broke the Combine record, so that's pretty cool. Runs a 4.2 fastest ever recorded. So that's interesting. That's going to shoot him up the draft board. What's funny is in this first round alone, we could see so many wide receivers go. Because again, there's a number of teams that could realistically use a good receiver like what's available right now. And a slew of these, I think, what is it? Hold on, let me find a official count here about this. What are we up to now? A lot of guys ran sub 440s today. We've got one. Xavier Worthy ran it in 4.21. Adonai Mitchell, Adonai. What's up, Sean? Adonai Mitchell ran it in 4.34. Brian Thomas ran it in 4.34. Devontae Walker 4.36. Jacob Cowing 4.38. Anthony Gold 4.39. Xavier Legette 4.39. Lad McConkey 4.39. Roman Wilson 4.40. Troy Franklin 4.41. Those are all 10 guys who ran basically 4.40s or under. That's really good. That's a slew of number one receivers in theory. Oh damn, there's just no one here tonight, eh? Oh, it's just a couple people. Well, we'll decide if it's going to be even worth streaming tonight. It's not really looking so promising right off the rip here. But yeah, been a crazy day at the Combine. I think JJ McCarthy really shot up his draft stock. With his what did he do? They were doing the throw velocity drills, and him and Joe Milton were 1 and 2. Milton threw it like 62. JJ threw 61, which is kind of surprising. I didn't expect him to be able to dial it up like that. So that's pretty big. Yeah, I'm guessing no one's coming by tonight, eh? Well, we'll see. Hopefully it gets going. This is pretty bad. Damn. You know what's sad is no one even comes by just to even chat about football anymore. Kind of a bummer. Because it's like, well, why'd everybody just quit watching the channel all at once? What happened? But I haven't seen some people in forever. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is, I guess. Is there even a point to stream tonight? I don't think anyone's coming by. Well, we'll give it like 5 more minutes. We'll see. What's up, Jadis? Probably not going to be a stream tonight, man. I'm not going to lie. I don't think anyone's really coming through. You know what could be an issue here? I think a lot of people who also watch my channel are about college age now. And I think everybody's on spring break. And it's also a very nice night, so I don't think anyone's chilling inside. Well, because, like, you know, when my channel first started, I think I had a large audience of like 14 and 15-year-olds. And logistically, you know, they're pretty much all in college now. Or like adults. And it is Saturday night. Typically, I just don't even bother streaming on Saturdays because this is historically always what happens to me. I'm like, yeah, you know, I probably am the last choice of a Saturday night for someone. There's a million things. UFCs, basketball, hockey, other streamers. What up, Ben? I think I should just hold true to my rule on Saturday unless it's a sports thing. I should probably just not do anything on Saturdays. They've never been kind nights to me. But I'll sit and chat for a little while. I don't really give a shit. I'll piss around on Madden. Oh, I bought an Xbox today. You know how I've been talking about, like, I need to get a console, I need to get a console? Yeah, basically, Ven. People watching basketball, baseball, or baseball now too, basketball, hockey. There's racing probably going on today or tonight. UFC. Yeah. If you Ven, go look in the Discord. I posted a picture of my setup right now. I have like a 2-monitor setup right now. It's looking pretty fly. I'll repost. I'll post it fresh. Hold on. Here, I'll share it for the whole class. Yeah, but see, like, the reason I bought it kind of impulsively is hold on. There's not even like a semi-decent card. The only reason I bought it basically was because this is my setup. Ignore that. That's just where I set my drinks usually, and it's gotten kind of fucked up. I don't know how to fix it. But yeah, I bought an Xbox because essentially, yeah, I have a very clean desk. That may shock the shit out of you, and I didn't clean it for the picture. Unless there's like a cup right here and maybe a bowl of chips and maybe a plate of food, like right there, and then like you can kind of see where like I put my food. I have a very clean desk. This was just a very cheap desk. It costs like $50 on Amazon. Yeah, that's the Xbox Series S. Well, how much do you think I paid for it? I bought it at Staples. I was at Staples looking for something today. I think I was looking for cords, and I seen it. This bitch cost $199. Yeah, I paid $199 for it. Yeah, I walked in there and I seen a sign. They're like, we have one Xbox left for $199, and I was like, oh word. I was like, I happen to have that much money. Me, I paid $199 for it. And now I have Xbox. $199. Yep. It was $211 out the door, baby. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll pay that for an Xbox all day long. So now I got a nice new console for $200. I hope it's stole. I hope they stole that bitch from somebody. I bought stolen shit, but not, no. I even got a nice 3-month subscription for Ultimate Game Pass. I think instead of Madden one day next week, I'm gonna play around on MLB The Show because that'll be fun for me. Yeah, Staples sells all kinds of shit. You guys should go in there. They got like crazy deals on stuff sometimes. I don't have a Best Buy, so I live by a Staples. It was pretty good development. Yeah, that's how I got my Xbox. It was pretty sweet. It is office stuff. A lot of it's but like computers and gaming, and yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, you'd color me surprised when I seen that they had all that in there. I was like, oh, well. And then the price, I was like, I read the sign and it said while supplies last, and I was like, I went up to one of the people. I'm like, hi, do you guys still got them Xboxes? And mind you, I look homeless, so he's like, yeah, why? I was like, oh, I'd like to buy one. He's like, yeah, we got one left. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I was like, all right, cool. I'm ready to go. I'll take it. I bet you they were stunned when my card went right through. Shink. Now I can't buy anything for a while, but I don't really need to buy anything. Pretty excited. Lots of opportunities. Now I can play the new college football game when it comes out. What is that, this summer? Well, I still have like good amount of money in my. It's just like I don't have to pay any rent anymore. I finished off my rent payments. For AL Cy Young, Corbin Burns will be in there. I think Tarek Skubal, if he stays healthy, will be in that race. Oh man, this is gonna take me a while because I gotta like think of like every team. That's probably it from the American League Central. That's probably right. Kevin Guzman, yeah, he'll be in there. Grayson Rodriguez, yeah, probably. And maybe somebody from the Rangers might be in there. JJ's going to be yeah, that's a solid intro. And that game comes out this summer, right? The college football game. Yeah, the combine. We were just talking about that a little bit, Ven, about how it's crazy. Hold on, let me delete that. Delete this. This is one of the crazier things I've seen in a while. The fact that 10 guys basically ran a 440 or lower. Oh, shit, I fucked up. Again, this is significant. I think it kind of makes you wonder. Like, that's a crazy list of guys that all are that fast. And some of these guys are like super elite route runners. Dude, the entire Chiefs organization is basically like, yeah, we should draft Worthy. I've seen Charles Omenehu. I've seen Mahomes. Like, yeah, it's like, uh-oh. I wonder who KC's going to be looking at. But yeah, if your team needs to get an X receiver this draft, there he is. See, the scary part is you got to watch out for a team like Detroit. No date, by the way, for college football. It's still just summer. I have no idea what's going on with Zay Flowers. I'd look out for the Lions with this guy right here. Xavier Legette. I think the Lions are going to do a lot to try to draft him. Who's the other really big body guy? Who's the one who's 6'4" in this list? Because apparently the Lions have met with 3 receivers, and Xavier Legette is one of them. I think it's Brian Thomas Jr., right? He's like 6'4". He's like a monster. And yeah, Detroit really likes him. And I think it's Anthony Gold they also really like. Xavier Legette is fucking, oh my God. Yeah, I think Detroit's kind of really into that guy too. I know Zay Flowers got in trouble. I'm not really sure what's going to go on with him. The NFL is kind of hard to read on those cases. He definitely beat. I think he got in trouble at. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, he's probably gonna get in trouble. Then isn't it always crazy though how we were literally like hours before the news broke from Daniel Jeremiah today? Like I was like, dude, and I just have a very strong feeling that the Patriots are gonna sign Baker Mayfield. And then all of a sudden, all the internet's talking about is how the Patriots are going to sign Baker. I'm like, dude, I really do have some weird fucking 6 or 7 cents about saying shit. A couple days ago, I was in my Discord. I was just chatting. And then I had this strange intuition. I was like, oh shit, Saquon Barkley to the Texans is awesome. So I sent that in there. I was like, I've been thinking a lot about Barkley to the Texans. And Ben was like, stop. And then like 4 days later here, we see Saquon Barkley says the Texans are his top landing spot. And I'm like, oh, they probably would. But I would imagine, Ven, if they do that, they're going to go for like a Knicks or a Penix in round 2. I think now they probably feel very... I said, I think they're still going to take one of these receivers, but now I think they're very comfortable trading back that 3rd pick and grabbing like any one of these guys. Because now you don't have to go get like Nabbers, Odunze, or who's like who had like the slowest 40 of the dude. Do you think Romeo Odunze's stock dropped? Because he ran like a 4. He did not run like very well today at all. Last I knew, he's still out there running the 6 cone drill because he can't get the time low. It's like, dude, just you shouldn't have ran Xavier or Romeo. You're a great wide receiver, but boy, you're not fast like these guys. Them Texas boys fucking stole the whole show today. Baker and May. Oh, nah. I wonder would want to come back to AFC when he's arguably a top 5 QB in the NFC. Are you talking about Baker? I think Baker does. I think Baker just wants to go somewhere where it's not a weird situation. Tampa's kind of weird. And I think Baker kind of likes the Patriots. Great wide receivers in this draft. New England can't just take one next round. Baker pushed. Yeah, I get it, but like I don't think between May, Daniels, Nix, Penix, and McCarthy, I don't think there's a big enough gap between those guys that you can rationalize like just skipping out on one of these super weapons here. Especially for a team that really needs a wide receiver, Ben. You have to kind of understand that. Like, I could imagine a team like the Patriots seeing these guys as all very close, like close enough to where you could take any one of them, and one of these quarterbacks are slipping to round 2. Most likely Penix or Bo Nix, which is just fine. He had a pretty solid combine. His arm is a lot stronger than I think people gave it credit for. I will say JJ McCarthy's draft stock is flying up the board right now. And I think that's a dangerous thing. He might be the fool's gold. No, all these gaps are very, like, a lot of these guys need to sit for a year. That's like the main truth about it. I would say, ironically, JJ McCarthy is probably the most ready to immediately throw out and start, but you shouldn't do that with him. Just my small, humble opinions. McCarthy's so going to be a fucking giant. And I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Again, his arm looks very good. He's a very athletic quarterback. He's good at doing handoffs. I don't know. Joe Milton's a very intriguing prospect anyway. Very good arm. Spencer Rattler, I don't know. He's weird. Spencer Rattler. I have no idea about Spencer Rattler. Part of me thinks New England absolutely goes Marv. There's just this weird feeling. Like, Marv just was pissed off what if he got told by the Patriots they were drafting him? And that's why, like, Marv just disappeared from the combine this weekend. They're like, sat him down. They're like, we're going to take you, right? And he's like, please don't. And they're like, not much you can do about it, buddy. You're coming to New England. He's like, fuck you guys. And he got up and left. I'd be like, damn. Well, we probably shouldn't take him then. I don't think he wants to come here. He probably grew up hating our fucking team. So it probably might just be better to see if you can't get a haul back for that pick. New England in May. Yeah, it makes sense, but like if the Patriots go sign a guy like Baker for 2-3 years, they don't really need Drake May. They could just wait till next year and draft Shedeur Sanders. By the way, I only said that because I know it's going to irk the shit out of Ven. I literally only say that stuff because I'm like, oh, I know it's about to bother the fuck out of this guy. And I have no idea why I know that's going to bother him. But I know me saying that the Patriots are going to take Shedeur Sanders next year it's causing him irrational anger, and he's not sure why. He's sitting there going, ugh, fuck would he say that for? I really want Shedeur Sanders in New England personally, but that's different. No, they need wide receivers and offensive line. No, because I know Ven. He knows I'm right. He knows he's slightly annoyed and he doesn't know why. Yeah, because that's what it is. It's like overcomplicating it, putting long-term schemes into my fucking drafting. Oh, maybe we could play some Madden tonight. If the stream gets going, I'll pop Madden open, but who knows? It's kind of been a dead-ass slow night. And I'm kind of just enjoying talking about football anyway, so. But I'm glad you can take a joke. I do think there is two ways that the Patriots can go, and I don't think either way is wrong. There's the way you're presenting, because again, now that we see this, right, this fucking huge list of wide receivers that are these are all very good wide receivers. We're doing one tomorrow. We're having the what's it called, the mock draft, because we just seen the first round. We know what the first round, who's going to generally be in there now. Now the fun tomorrow is going to be putting it all together for our first mock draft. That shit's going to take forever. The first 8 picks are going to be actual cancer in that draft. Actually, fuck that. The first 15 picks in that draft are going to suck ass to get through. Them first 3 picks could take an hour all by themselves. The only one that feels like an easy, like, all right, we get this pick out of the way. We'll just give the Bears Caleb Williams and move the fuck on. I think we could do that for the first one. But then again, someone's going to be like, yeah, but what if the Bears don't do that? And it's like, damn, that's a good point. What if they just take JJ McCarthy for no reason? Because then it's like it's easy. Washington takes Caleb without even hesitating. Because Rob, remember there was the report yesterday, Pats were going to draft a rookie at pick 3. See, then, and now the reports are the Pats are going to sign Baker. Like, I'm telling you, the Pats are trying to drive up the value of that 3rd pick artificially. But I think now that they've seen there's like 4 teams that want that pick, they're like, we don't got to lie anymore. We don't even want this fucking pick. Because again, the smarter thing to do is to just, because again, the Patriots are a multi-year rebuild. They're going to need this year and next year. So acquire some capital for 2025. I mean, they might as well. Because you just never know what pops up in next year's draft. I learned today that Kyle Duggar is probably testing free agency, so he's fucking gone. He doesn't want to play on this loser team no more. Yeah, I think so. Giants, that makes a ton of sense. The Chargers, if they really want to make a weird move, but you know, they don't need to do that. Never mind. The Falcons too, aren't the Falcons in the top 10? But again, they're probably getting Kirk, so. Yeah, the Patriots are the Patriots, as I've said from as soon as the season, I'm like, oh boy, the Patriots have the most interesting pick of this entire draft. It's the most intriguing and most interesting with the most like thousands of possibilities. It feels like that could happen. Yeah, the Patriots whatever the Patriots are doing is worse than what Bill Belichick used to do. Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for this new open Patriots regime. Every day it's a new story. It's just like, oh, wait a minute. This might be even worse than what they did before. They're saying just random shit every day. One day they're like, yeah, we like veterans. We want a rookie star. Oh, actually, we're thinking about explosive playmakers on offense. We're going to burn up all our money. And now, like the other day, they're like, actually, we're going to be tight on what we do in free agency. We're going to make smart moves. And it's like, oh, dude, this might even be worse than Belichick. I don't know what the hell he did to Gerard Mayo, but Gerard Mayo just says random shit every day. That's probably the truth. And even that, the Patriots, true Sith Lord and Dante Scarnecchia was talking about how he's fairly certain that whatever the hell's gone on with Mac Jones isn't indicative of what he's going to be. He's going to be more like what he was his first year going forward, but we'll see. Again, Mayo did learn from Bill. He's just way friendlier and just lying. He just is straight lying to everybody's face. Oh, cool. Civil War is trending. That like, are the Republicans, what happened? Are Republicans upset about something? Usually that shit trends if the Republicans get real pissy about something. That's up in the 30,000s almost. That's how many? 200 and how many tweets? 262,000 or 26.7K. Oh, fuck, man. I hate shit like crazy shit happen, or is it just they're just talking about Civil War again? Yeah. LeBron's about to hit 40,000 points tonight. Pretty crazy. By the way, if you're watching along, feel free to butt in with the talk. I don't really know if we're gonna be playing Madden tonight because the stream's just kind of. What happened with Caleb? Yeah, I'm becoming more and more sold on Caleb as he's going to be a menace in this league. I really hope the Bears fuck around and do not take this guy. Like, I'm getting more nervous, man. I'm like, oh no, dude. He doesn't even want teams getting his medical, or like he's not interviewing with teams except like 4 of them that he thinks will actually draft him. He's not giving medical reports to any teams except the like 3 or 4 teams that'll draft him. I'm like, this is a very shrewd young man. What happened? What's can you summarize the drama? I have this weird feeling set. I just hope he doesn't go to Minnesota. Because then we're fucked if he's a Viking. That fucking Vikings team could win the North next year with him. Oh yeah, Kevin. You got today and tomorrow off? That's probably nice. Oh God. Why do you paint your nails? Dude, I hope Caleb's like a generational talent and he comes out as like a full-on gay. And everyone's like, God damn it. And he's just like shitting on this league. And then like halfway through his rookie year, and he goes, oh yeah, I'm gay as shit. And it's just, uh-oh. And he's just dominating on dudes, putting up like CJ Stroud type numbers, but even greater. I'd be like, oh, this is going to be one of the greatest fucking next decade and a half of football ever. We got Dennis Rodman, the second coming, just balling the fuck out wearing dresses in the offseason. And like Bears fans are just like, go ahead, talk shit. What are you going to do about it? He'll beat you up and make you suck his dick. And it's just like, yeah, what are we going to do about it? Fuck. Okay, hold on. Are you afraid to compete? Oh God. I will say, man, there is a thing about the NFL reporters at the combine. Yeah, he's an idiot for bragging about it. He like the thing is like a lot of those guys are paid by teams to like ask very fucked up questions and like way out there like it's like a real thing that happens. You probably heard and seen like they had to stop doing shit about like parents and shit. Like, hey, I heard your mom's a crack whore. Like they had to stop like doing shit like that because they got like in trouble for that. But like there's still shit like that. That's a plant. That's got to be a plant question. I don't know why he went and bragged. He probably got paid to ask that question. Some team was like, hey, ask Caleb Williams this. See how he responds. A lot of the times it's not about what you say in those questions. It's about like how you approach it. Because they view it as like, what happens when you're immediately pushed out of your comfort zone? How do you respond? There's like really subtle things that go on at these combines that if you don't really know what you're looking for, it just seems like an off thing. But like if they ask you about like the conspiracy questions you've heard about, or like the weird funny questions you've been hearing, or like asking who was it if he would be able to land a plane or if everybody dies. They like asked was it Romo Dunze that question? Or no, it was Malik Nabers. They asked if he had to like take control of a plane, would he be able to crash it? And he's like, no, everybody dies. And it's like a funny moment, but like that question was probably very specifically handed to him by like a team to be like, all right, let's see how we would handle a pressure situation. When it becomes like do or die. We're in a tight game. It's do or die. Does he rise up and try to provide whatever he can to succeed, or will he kill it? Like, well, does he shut down? And it seems like in that situation, he said, I shut down. Now, if you were to ask me that question, I'd be like, well, I don't know how successful it's going to be, but I'm going to sit down in that chair. I'm going to put that headset on my ears see if I have any communication with ground zero and be like, hey, I need to try to land this. Can you tell me what buttons I need to press, what things I need to pull up? And then when we get close to the ground, I'm going to do my best to, try to get this thing in smooth. It may not be the best, but I'm going to try. Better than just dying and losing And I think there's 2 ways you can answer that. And I think it's not if you're being honest. It's not like they're looking for honesty. What they're looking for is, are you able to respond to a bad situation. Like, say you're down by 14 points in the fourth quarter. Can you land a plane? Can you get us this win? Are you going to be able to get this win? Or do you shut down? Nope, everybody dies. We lose in a blowout. Or is it I do every single thing I can to try to get this win. Like, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to try to catch every single ball, fucking run through every person I can, break every single tackle, go completely fucking crazy to get this win and land that plane. Or if I fail, at least I know I didn't just go out dying sad. And again, there's different ways. Yeah, delusional confidence, sure, or just competitive. I think that's like a way to measure someone's weirdly enough somebody's competitiveness in a lost situation. Again, those kind of questions always feel like very, what's the point of it? Seahawks, Ravens, and the Pittsburgh Steelers? Am I right? I know I have 2 out of 3. I'm fairly certain I've got 2 out of 3 right, but I don't know the third one. And I want to say it's either the Steelers or the Tennessee Titans. Fuck. That was literally my third guess in my head. I'm like, it's the Steelers, fucking Titans, or Broncos. I don't know why I thought it was one of those 3 teams. I'm like, who the hell would the Titans have ever drafted first? I couldn't think of the Titans. Big Ben wasn't a number 1 overall pick, so I immediately ruled them out. Or was Big Ben number 1? No, he's 3 because he got in trouble. Yeah, I know the fucking Ravens have always been good. They started to exist in the 90s, and they got Ray. The closest they were was Ray Lewis at 5. Yeah, they never were bad enough. The Seahawks is a similar thing. They're they have bad years, but never the worst team. I just figured the Broncos have had some shit years. Fucking Bradshaw. Is he the only one? Is Bradshaw the only one for the Steelers? Mike Evans, yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Ben went 11th. Yeah, that's what I figured. What's up, Ian? How you doing, buddy? Mike wants to play with an elite quarterback that will showcase him, and he wants to get paid like a top receiver. Yeah. So remember, Ven, I was saying that yesterday, and now these reports came out. Ven, this is another example of me being right about random ass shit all the time, and having no ability or no reason why I was right about it. Yep, Ogden was. What's up, Charles? Or what's up, Adam? I don't know why I called you Charles. We're just kind of doing a football talk now, guys. I don't. The Madden thing is just, it's kind of been a dead stream for most of it. Remember when I said that? Do you not remember the night that I changed my mind on all this? I literally said, well, it looks like Baker isn't signing in Tampa. Evans is leaving. And then I said he's probably going to want to go play for a team like Detroit, the Chiefs. And then the next day, this comes out. Gotta remember, man, my mind changes a lot in free agency. These are all very fluid situations. You're fine, Noah. You're not annoying. I think Evans winds up in Detroit. They've got Goff, who works. Goff literally was one of the top passers in the NFL this year. They need an X that can showcase him. Hey, go be our wide receiver one. Amon Ra's the number 2. He's literally just not an X receiver. And St. Brown's going to be the slot guy. Or you move St. Brown to the slot, and then you put J-Mo on the outside too. Dude, it literally works so perfect. Detroit, I appreciate you, Noah. It's like Detroit's going to be one of the top teams in the NFC next year. They're going to be a Super Bowl contender. Everything about Evans to Detroit. Detroit can pay his ass. When he's never going to Detroit. Why wouldn't he never go to Detroit? Kansas City literally cannot afford Mike Evans. Are you not reading the middle part, everybody, Ian? And be paid like a top wide receiver. I believe the Chiefs cannot afford to pay both L'Jarius Sneed and Chris Jones. And then also draft people, and also make other moves. I literally don't think they can afford Mr. Mike Evans. Now, the Jets, they're a very intriguing team to get Mike Evans. The Chiefs, yeah, they're an option, but I just don't think they can afford him. The Bills are a similar thing where I think he'd be a very good option for Buffalo, but they probably can't afford him. Detroit literally is, I think, considered the number 1 free agent destination in football, right? They have like $70 million. They were at the NFC Championship. They need nothing to fix their team. They have the second highest rated head coach in the NFL, one of the highest rated teams in the NFL right now in terms of ownership. The team report cards just came out. The Lions were one of the best teams in football to play for. Yeah, I don't really know where it's I think he's going to get bought out by a bad team. Yeah, for sure. No, Pat would probably be willing to. Yeah, probably, but it's still something they have to pay for. And besides, I'm pretty sure if you look at no, let it go, dude. If you look at the situation regarding the draft, all this draft stuff that just came out, I don't think the Chiefs are going to go pay a bunch of money for a receiver. Because if you're the Chiefs, you can sit at number 32 and one of these guys are going to fall to you. They literally do not need to go pay money for a receiver. They can just draft a guy. Yeah. I think they're actually so out. After I seen all these 40 times today, they are completely out on Mike Evans. They will not pay for him. I feel very confident in that statement. Hell, I don't even think the Lions might. The Lions might take one of these guys and just be like, we're good. Because, dude, Mike Evans might be fucked right now. Mike Evans might want to just see if Tampa's going to pay him. Because it's oh boy, maybe the Jets will still pay you. But, a team looking for an X is really going to be looking at these guys right through here. Maybe not Ladd McConkey and Roman Wilson. Those are slot guys. They may have just pulled themselves out of the Mike Evans market simply on the regard of taking one of these young guys is probably better and provides them with better cap flexibility. What's up, Noah? Or Texas Roadhouse is good? I don't know why I thought you said what's up. I don't even know what the fuck I just read. Yeah, I don't. Does Tampa or does the Panthers have the first pick in the second round? They need to see if they can't trade up into the first round. And see if they can't go get one of these receivers. Even if it's Roman Wilson, if it's fucking Ladd McConkey, Troy Franklin, even if it's that one guy who doesn't seem very quick. Who was the loser of today? That Florida State Keaton, the fuck is his name? The guy who ran the fastest, Keon Coleman. N'Keal Harry of the draft. Even if they go get N'Keal Harry the second, that could probably work for them. The Bears? Yeah, the Bears have... No, I was talking about the second pick in the first round. I don't think the Panthers traded that pick away. So the Panthers have the 33rd pick, which is pretty much a fucking pretty solid pick. There will be a team in the first round that tries to trade back to that pick, by the way. So if the Panthers aren't retarded, they can get back into the first round for almost nothing. Someone with like the 28th, 27th, 26th pick, the Patriots did that all the time. The Patriots, if they were 27 or lower, they just trade to 33 and just be like, all right, we're going to go 2 picks in the second. Fuck this. Very annoying behavior. And I mean, there could be a team that the Panthers could still pick in the first. I think they're going to. Because, I mean, honestly, you get capital back and you can still walk away with something very fucking good in this draft. The Panthers are a little bit more desperate and they need to get one of these guys. Who, Marvin Harrison? Is AJ Green? I think AJ Green retired, Noah. Ian, while I agree that there's probably just one Hall of Famer for sure, and that's Marv, this is probably one of the craziest classes I've seen in a long time. All of these guys are also very good wide receivers. They're not just fast. Like, these are all, like, very good receivers. They all run routes well. They're all fucking... They can catch the ball. I don't know. Marv is definitely far, far ahead of all these guys. But... I agree. Ian, I 100% agree with you. I think Marv's literally... His ceiling is literally like Justin Jefferson if you want like active player comps. It's like ahead of Justin Jefferson, and I think the worst he'll be, like worst case scenario with Marv, like he doesn't live up to like these expectations. The worst you're gonna get is T. Higgins. Like, and it's like, oh, so a number 1 wide receiver in the NFL, like a top fucking 15 receiver in football. And like a guy with the right situation who could fuck around and get borderline, be like borderline Hall of Fame. Again, in the right situation with T, where he's not playing with fucking Chase. Christian? No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I think it's T. Higgins is. I'm going for active comps, Ven. That's why I went with the active. At worst, it's literally T. Higgins, or like absolute worst case scenario, Tyler Boyd. Like, that's the worst. Like, if he just sucks and just isn't just not, it's like, that's the worst he'll be. Yeah, dude, Barry's uncomparable. The closest thing I've ever seen move to Barry Sanders is like, I don't think anyone in the NFL runs like that. Bijan and Gibbs they cut very similarly, but they're still not as fluid as Barry was about it. Christian Gonzalez of the Patriots probably moves very, 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 very fluidly like Barry does. But again, he's a corner, so it's like it's kind of not really fair to compare. Yeah, Chris Johnson was probably pretty close. Vic, yeah, kind of. Lamar runs very similarly, actually, but he's a little too tall. I was playing poker with Gabe Davis last night. Really? How the hell how are you in the same circles as Gabe? Just like a weird coincidence? By the way, sorry I'm not playing Madden. The stream it's been dead for most of the stream. Now the fact that there's like 10 people in here, I'm like, well, fuck, I should have played Madden. But at this point, I'm not feeling it. McCaffrey's a great running back, but I think he's I just don't think he's quite like Barry. Yeah, that's how it is, Ven. I'm just feeling more like a football talk. Who, McCaffrey? I'm wondering how good Luke McCaffrey's going to be. He's got the pedigree to be very good. Isn't he tall as shit? He's like 6'2". Yeah, Barry's probably the greatest running back. I think a lot of guys see him as the GOAT. Poker people knew him. He was in Detroit and just likes poker. Fair enough. Why is he in Detroit? Lions are going to fucking sign Gabe Davis. They're just going to have one home run play a game to Gabe Davis and Jameson. They're like, listen, if we have 2 home run guys and St. Brown and Laporta, that's 14 points off those guys a game. And then like a touchdown, like 28 points and touchdowns. We can't be stopped. Luke is 6'2". That's what I thought. He's like his dad's size. Actually, Ed McCaffrey was like 6'6". It's hilarious how little his sons are. It's not even like his mom is short either. It's just like they're just short kids. And they're not like, they're tall for normal people. Like they're very tall for normal people. But like, just like their dad's like a giant. I've been hearing, Adam, that they're considering was Tony Mandarich. I'm not sure what happened with him or who he was. He just looks small because everyone around him is fucking 6'3". It's just weird that his dad was so tall and the rest of them are so little. But yeah, it sounds like the NFL's very much considering the USFL's kickoff rules, where they stand right in front of each other, like 5 yards away. So both of them should be taller, Ven. His fucking dad's a giant. It makes almost no sense. I'm going to retitle the stream so people don't come in all confused. Hold on. NFL talk on Ace. This is just super easy. Add suitability, request review, whatever. Change downloads. Well, I'm just looking for something one very specific. There we go. They called him the biggest bust of. Damn, we have 7 likes on the stream too. I appreciate that, everybody. If you guys want to leave some more, I'd appreciate it. How cheap is Ridley? I have no idea what Calvin Ridley might demand a bigger contract because he's one of the only good receivers available. But then again, this incoming class of receivers might really fuck that free agent money pool up for them guys. What up, Kenny? Hold on, there was somebody said that was interesting. I want to kind of. But yeah, it sounds like the USFL is going to do the kickoff returns. The NFL wants to do that where it's like those guys start like this far away. They meet once the ball's basically caught, and then it's safer. Really didn't have a great season, which is why the Jags. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with Ridley. Someone will sign him. I don't know. I think the Jags tried to use him as a 1, and he's just not a 1. He's a really good secondary receiver. I just don't think he's a 1. I think they're letting Josh Reynolds go, so I think the only receivers they have right now are St. Brown, Khalif Raymond, and Jameson Williams. So I think they need another like deep outside guy. What up? Hell yeah. What's up, Kenny? You just got out of work? Hell yeah. Was it a good day? I think the Lions are letting some of their. I think they're letting Reynolds go. So I think they need to pick up another receiver. And I don't really think they have a very good dominant X guy. I don't know about. I don't even know if they want a dominant X guy for speed. I think the fact that St. Brown isn't. He's not an outside receiver. He's not gonna. He's like just not built that way. Oh hell yeah, Spears, you have a good time at the game. JMO's not exactly a very big, like, these aren't like, they're not small guys, but they're not exactly like big body, like X type, like get down the field receivers. Detroit lacks that. Reynolds was that guy for him last year. And I think you need that in their offense. Again, JMO just earned the starting receiver role next year, so I don't think so, Noah, but kind of early. Long day, yeah. Literally, it's for Fields. The reports in Fields market being small. Yeah, it's like Atlanta, Pittsburgh, and like I don't know, maybe New England. Yeah, it's not very big. Yeah, and people are surprised about it. It's like, why are you surprised? The team's giving up on a fucking first round pick. Yeah, probably not a bad thing. Just draft a new running back. I don't know. What's up, Space? Appreciate the like. Getting us closer to 10. I don't know if we'll get there, but hey, you never know. Hell yeah, they got rid of the shits. He is a deep ball threat. Yeah, that's what he's for. But Ian, I know you understand football well enough to know that, like, they're not going to try a deep ball threat every time. You need kind of a dominant big receiver to move the chains. St. Brown's he's a slot possession guy, I think, because of his speed issues. He's not very fast. But again, he's one of the better ones that do what he does. I think you need, like, 6'3", 6'4" receiver who's got real good speed to go play the X. Like, you know that, right? Yeah, I don't disagree. I really don't disagree, but I think the Lions, I think they want, again, they really do want to replace Reynolds with like a similar kind of receiver. They can go draft him. I think they really like Xavier Legette. I think that's the guy the Lions are like really eyeing in this draft. Ben, they don't need another Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's the problem. Yeah, I understand that, Ian. There's like two of them in this draft too. And the Lions have had extensive talks with both 6'3" and the 6'4" receiver. Dude, Lions really are looking into these guys. They've met with 3 wide receivers, and they're all 3 of the biggest receivers. They're like, hell yeah. But then in every other universe, Roman Wilson would be the perfect Lion. When he said, like, I don't even like catching the ball, I just like blocking. I'm like, dude, that's some shit. He's trying to get drafted by Detroit. I'm waiting for one of these prospects to be like, dude, I'm just gritty, you know? I like to bite kneecaps and shit. It's just like, oh, geez, dude. That almost felt like Roman Wilson going, I really want to be a Detroit Lion. Please draft me. But it's like, sorry, man. They got Khalif Raymond who does what you do, too. I think they trust JMO. He just was named a starter. I think they want to get a young guy to build up and all that. We'll see. The Lions are an interesting team. They're kind of hard to clock what they're going to do in the draft because they have their own way of viewing it, apparently. You like playing basketball and baseball? Baseball is fun to play. You want Roman Wilson in Green Bay? That'd be... The Packers are going to be going for a receiver, I'm pretty sure. But again, with Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, you guys could use somebody. Yeah, the Lions, you know, they're looking at all them people. But I heard the Lions with their first pick are like super infatuated with did that big ass defensive end from Missouri have a good combine? Because the Lions are infatuated with that kid. He's like from Missouri. He's 6'5". He's from the state of Michigan. And the Lions have met with him like 3 times apparently already. And then there's also, I think they've met with Devondre Sweat a number of times as well. So you got to also remember, like the Lions, where they're picking, they'll be right in line to get like one of these two. With the only worry being Sweat going a little earlier. So, and there's also a number of very good defensemen the Lions may grab in this first round that play key positions, right? Defensive line, linebackers. They need both of those. There's a number of good defensive end and linemen that will be available in them 20s range. You're going to go OT? Yeah, probably. You need to. You guys could get Devondre Sweat. Or that Brian, that monster from Florida State. He screams Green Bay Packer. That fucking white dude who just went, what was his name? Kelsey's one of your favorites. He's a very good tight end. He's up there in the all-time greats. Like fucking who was it? No, not DeJean. That might be who it was. There was just a bunch of these dudes who I looked at and went, oh, dude, some of these people are going to be. Like Bursky or Brian Bursky or something? You were even talking about him. Yeah, he screams guy that you're going to. Is that the name? Am I thinking of the right name? Alumni, you're Michigan alumni, but whoever takes JJ in the first round is getting their GM fired. Probably. Dude, I really don't get the JJ McCarthy shit. Again, his arm is very good. I didn't know his arm was as good as it is. But boy, oh boy, do I not think that's good enough. Fisk, that's who I think you guys are going to draft. Something about that guy screams Green Bay Packer, and I'm not really sure what it is. I was like, oh no, he's going to be a Packer. But I also thought that about George Karlaftis, so. That's fair enough. Yeah, Sweat's probably a way better option. Yeah, I don't know what to think about JJ. I feel like he's a guy you want to take later, and Adam's like, dude, Karlaftis is a beast. Yeah, that's usually the guy the Packers take. I thought for sure Karlaftis would be playing for Green Bay, but it didn't happen. I was stunned. Let me tell you, fucking gobsmacked. You know, even Karlaftis was probably stunned that he didn't get picked by the Packers. He's like, really? I thought for sure I was going to Green Bay. I even fucking, I fucking bought a house out there. I was so fucking sure of it. I was like, I just fit a long line of like Clay Matthews, AJ Hawks, AJ Martinez types. Or Blake Martinez types, I just am one of them guys. I just follow that long line of dudes who look like that and also play for Green Bay. Yeah, he's probably happy that he's a Chief for sure. He won Super Bowl MVP when he grabbed that first fumble. I was already spending my 7. Hell yeah. Then it just kind of didn't happen. Yeah, he's great. He turned out to be a real solid pick. Only issue again for KC is he's going to eventually hit free agency. And I don't know if they're going to be able to afford that fucking guy. But again, that's kind of the problem when you build up these kind of like super teams. Just get too darn expensive. Yeah, this actually got up to 10 likes. That's pretty shocking. Maybe, Kenny. Probably just going to be a split thing for the next fucking at least 3-4 years. Or see, the thing for the Lions is if they do somehow fuck around and win a Super Bowl, again, it's all hypotheticals at this point. I feel like as soon as that team wins a Super Bowl, they're going to immediately collapse. Like that will be the fastest, like, oh shit, they're bad again, like you've ever seen. It'll be like, oh wow, they're really bad again. And it'll just be a desolate shithole again for that franchise. As much as I like the Lions, that is such a we won a Super Bowl and collapse story waiting to happen. Maybe I'm wrong though. No, it'll just be a complete bottom out. It'll just get real weird for them quick. It feels like it's going to be like you remember when the Kansas City Royals became really good for a year and then the next year they won a title? I feel like that's going to be a very similar fate the Lions are going to happen. Probably Jared Goff to an extent. But he's all, I don't know. TJ Gardner-Johnson's off the roster now, so. It's probably Anzalone. Him or Aleem McNeil. I think Aleem McNeil is fucking useless. Like everyone acts like he's like some great defensive tackle, and it's like, no, he's not. How? If he was a great defensive tackle, he'd actually do something when fucking Hutchinson's triple blocked. He's slow. Fuck him then. Jesus Christ. I think it might be Aleem McNeil. I think he's awful. I think we desperately need a defensive tackle that can, realize that triple coverage blocking schemes are going on for one guy and go get the quarterback. Or at least flush him out of the pocket. But Anzalone, he's bad in pass coverage. Yeah, he's thinking about heading back to the Eagles because the Lions aren't going to re-sign him, apparently. They're just like, all right, nah, never mind. What's interesting is Kyle Duggar is a free agent. I wonder if the Lions are going to peep around that. Apparently the Patriots are just going to let him go and go test free agency. They don't want to tag him, I guess. Yeah, but see, the thing is the Eagles are also tied kind of heavily to Justin Simmons. So if they go get Justin Simmons, there's fucking no reason to go get CJ. You're going to go sign with Kansas City. He's like, all right, I'll sign with the Chiefs then. I'm going to get me the Super Bowl. Kansas City just be like, all right, fuck it, He's playing for a vet min. He don't care. Well, he just wants it. He may even just stay in Detroit if they can work out the right deal. I'm not really too sure what's going on. Yeah, the Patriots are expected to re-sign JC. That move was basically just transit. Even JC understands why they did that. I think he doesn't want to leave. He's all dude. He's traumatized. I don't know what the fuck the Los Angeles Chargers did to J.C. Jackson, what Brandon Staley did to that man, but boy, he's fucked up. He was all depressed halfway through the year. It's what happened to you, JC? What did they do to this man? This was once literally one of the most promising young corners, man. They fucking ruined him. Oh yeah, we got $100 million because we signed Nathan O'Rourke, so we're down to $100 million. Pretty crazy. I told you this is gonna happen. We're gonna get $100 million this offseason. What, do you think me and Mike were fucking around when we said we're gonna have $100 million? Been doing the math all myself. I'm like, oh, if this happens. Brock Bowers will climb in the top 8, possibly. I'm not sure if the Chargers go Nabbers or Bowers with their pick. Bowers makes a ton of sense, but I don't really like tight ends in the top 10. I don't really think it's a good idea to do that. I bet you the best tight end of this draft will be some random guy out of the second round, kind of like Laporta. Nabbers, not in love with him. Yeah, Nabbers, I'm not too sure about. I don't know if I like Odunze or him more, but I don't know. Yeah, I got to see Nabbers pro day. I really want to see the pro day for Nabbers for that. LeBron hit 40K. Sheesh. Greatest of the era. Got or goat. Yeah, tight ends, and you usually get really good tight ends in the second. Isn't that where Mark Andrews got drafted? I think Kittle was late first round, second, maybe even third round. I can't remember. Generally, just wait. The Lions drafted Hawkinson in the first round because they needed to. But dude, if the Bengals get Bowers, that'd be insane. Patriots fucking take Bowers. They're like, we got him. I'd be like, dog, that sucks. Why did we do that? We trade back to like 10 and take fucking Bowers. I'd probably be pissed. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be a little pissed off if we took Bowers. I'd be like, what the fuck are we doing? Taking this fucking Poindexter looking bitch. There's a tight end that hold on, what's the name of this dude? Hold on, I'm gonna go find this tight end. Durant has about 27. Sheesh. Curry, Durant, yeah, he's scores, man. LeBron's crazy with the scoring. Yeah, it's all round. Yeah, Lions draft all tight ends available in first round. The Lions did learn actually, Ian, because they drafted their best ever tight end in franchise history in the second round, and technically Hawkinson is really good. So like they didn't actually miss on Hawkinson, and then they drafted Laporta in the second round. So they did learn on not taking him in the first round actually. So technically they maybe did learn their lesson. Gotta admit, kind of did. I think Gronk was a second round pick too. Kittle was like fifth round, yeah. Probably recently, yeah. But are you talking like pre NFL stuff right now? He's probably going to wind up being their best tight end too. I mean, who's really been better for them in the last 50 years? I also said I think he's going to be the best tight end that's ever played for them. I think I said probably. I think you're leaving out the fact that I said probably there, Ian. It's definitely become a super important position. I don't know about. I don't know if it's becoming the second most. It's definitely becoming a very, very important spot on the field. Yeah, Campbell wasn't anywhere as good as Laporta. Oh wow, what? What's up, man? Yeah, the Lions picked Hawk and yeah, dude, the Lions way. Yeah, they got a lot of shit for what they did with that. They took Hawk real early, and he was good, but like, Laporta's probably better. Okay. Oh, for sure. I was gonna say he's better than Campbell. Hold on. There was something I was gonna look at. What the fuck was I gonna look at? Um, don't even remember. Yeah, Hawk wasn't a bad pick. There's something I was gonna look at. I just can't remember what it was gonna look at though. Oh yeah, the tight end that I think. Yeah. Hold on. Something about. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Here we go. I found what I was looking for. I think this guy is gonna be the like surprise pick of the draft. Theo Johnson. Um, this is his raw athletic score ratings. Theo Johnson is a tight end prospect in the 2024 class. He scored an unofficial 10 out of possible 10. This ranked 1 out of 1,105 tight ends from the years of 1987 to 2024. So this guy, let's see, he had a 40-yard dash of 4.58. These are all unofficial for right now. So it seems like there's a lot of good like tight ends I think in this class coming up. That I don't know if Brock Bowers is really that worth it. Again, that just proves he's like a really good athlete. Doesn't really mean shit. He's a big athlete. He's a big guy. He's fucking strong. He's fast. All the things you really need actually in that position, he does very well. So again, it's just those are like just things you can think about, right? Like it's just he's one of the most technically unofficially he's like one of the best raw athletic prospects for a tight end that they've ever seen. But again, other guys have better ratings. It's kind of all. It's just, you hit all the boxes. You hit all the boxes. Kind of hard to tell how that all translates to the NFL. Because again, you could be like Mac Jones, right? You have all the tools, the size, the arm ability, the quick ability to like process a defense. Like you have all those things. You have the ability to work hard. But like then you get a little shook up and you just can't play. Like you get flustered really easy suddenly and you're just fucking fucked up. He's an Njoku type. Well, Njoku actually has become a good tight end though. So the right team that gets him, like, Theo could be a guy the Patriots look at then. Because again, you get a tight end that works in the AVP type offense like Njoku was working. Could be like a guy the Patriots try to grab a little later on. Yeah, I mean, if he can, yeah. It's not a bad comparison. Like, but yeah, Njoku does drop the ball like sometimes. But again, if he can catch it when he's open, which is the problem the Patriots have had, uh, I'm sure he improves over fucking Mike Gesicki, who I didn't realize. Dolphins fan tried to warn us that he was bad and that he sucked, and Patriots fans were like, "Nah, Mike Gesicki isn't that bad," and Dolphins fans didn't have the heart to tell us he's only good against you guys. Oh, it's one of them things. Yeah, New England. It was he just smoked on you guys for some reason. We're not really sure why. Damn. I thought he was going to be good. I thought he'd work great. Wonder who's going to sign Hunter Henry. He's a free agent. He's probably like the best free agent tight end, right? He's a great blocker, though. Actually had a pretty solid year receiving this year despite everything. Well, that's not his fault that the quarterback situation kept breaking down. That's literally fucking Kevin Stefanski's fault for putting all these dog shit ass quarterbacks in front of him and be like, "Here, make me an offense for the week." And Alex Van Pelt would make him an offense that worked every single fucking week. And he got fired at the end of the year for it. His role in Cleveland was literally he would come up with a game plan for the week and then give the plays over to Stefanski, who'd call the plays. Hunter Henry, yeah, he probably is going back to San Diego. Back to Cali. Makes the most sense. They could use him. Even if they like draft a rookie tight end, they could use a guy like they could use, just somebody for him to throw the ball to other than fucking Keenan Allen. I don't know, Sean. I just think that I don't really know what that means. How does that? I'm not really even sure what the criticism is here. I'm not really sure what you're saying here, Sean. To be honest, I'm confused on what. So Alex Van Pelt sucks. I'm not really sure what are you trying to say here? Because Stefanski kept putting dog shit quarterbacks on the roster. Same with Barry. You can only cook with what you got, with what ingredients are available for you. Yeah, I agree, but that's not fucking Alex Van Pelt's fault. What's he supposed to do? He's literally just the offensive coordinator. He'd be like, "Hey, go get this quarterback," and fucking Stefanski and the GM can look at him and be like, "No, we're gonna go get these guys. We're gonna bring in PJ Walker." It's like, all right, well, I guess I can try to make shit work with that. And he was doing pretty solid with fucking PJ Walker. Not great, not good, not kind of not all right. It was okay. But yeah, I agree. I do. Cleveland had a quarterback problem, but again, it was like a lot of injuries. They made a couple bad signings. I don't know. That's not really Van Pelt. Well, everybody's taken off from the stream again, so I think we're going to start to wrap it up here, unless there's still a bunch of people here. It says there's only 2, so I think that's about good where we can call it a night, folks. The stream kind of died out and never really had a beginning, and it just kind of slowly faded out into nothing. Yeah, it was a fun hour. Yeah, we got a good chat. I think it was a good talk. Tomorrow will be even funner because we have the even more fun, I guess is the right way to say that. Because we'll just do the mock draft. So I'll probably with the mock draft, we'll probably start that at like 9:30 or so. Should be pretty fun. I don't know if we're gonna do trades in this first one. I'm trying to debate if we want to do trades in our first mock draft tomorrow night. Like that feels like it's just gonna add a ton of fucking complication to the draft. And if we do trades, we're gonna want to do a ton of trades, and it's gonna be like, oh, it's a trade. I think we may just like, unless like a breaking news happens and like a trade is agreed to, I think we'll just assume that everything is going to be picked as is, even if we think a trade's going to happen. I think we should just run with the notion that everybody's going to stay put. And I'll explain more like the ground rules tomorrow. Like the last few ones that we always do, it's always kind of like, just explain why you want to make that pick and yada, yada, yada. Well, that's about it, guys. The stream's about over. I appreciate you guys all watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was a fun little football chat. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, if you didn't, well, you don't have to watch anymore. That's about that. As always, it's go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. See you guys tomorrow for the Tigers, and then tomorrow night for the draft. For the mock draft, anyway. And that's it. Peace. Have a good night.